Hey everyone, getting used to the light again. I'm back. I had an extra day off. I actually got more of a chance because I stayed up till like 4 in the morning uh, to like edit video and stuff like that because of the basketball game. And first things first, 49ers lost. I saw that. I think I stopped watching it like 3 minutes or something like that left in the game. It was like I knew it was gonna happen. They were gonna march down the field and run the clock out or whatever, and then kick a field goal or just score a touchdown. I mean, that would have been the end of it anyways. But it is what it is. Yeah, there's not much really to say about that. They had chances. I think play clock thing. I even tweeted that out earlier. I seen like at least 3 times that the play clock went down to 0, and even the announcer Troy Aikman was saying it. You know that the refs are being really generous with letting them get the play off. Um, so it is what it is. I wouldn't have decided the game, but it would have at least given at least 5 yards for them to try to get back. So that would have been helpful. Um, then the interception they didn't catch. Yeah, I mean the running game wasn't there at all. We got less than like 60 yards the whole game. And I mean they didn't run really much comparably to, but still, like, it was all receivers game pretty much that whole game. The boys though for high school they lost. That was I couldn't even tell you. Like, I just don't think they were playing the way they normally would play, and that's all I could say. Um, and that's how it ended with it. Like, they weren't playing like they normally played, and when you don't do that, you don't, you're not as successful as you want to be, and then you get the results you get. Next game I think is, can't remember. I know it's 2 games in the same week this coming week. I think it's Wednesday and Friday. And it's gonna be the same 2 teams, or the same teams. But one's a home game and one's an away game. I think it's one of them was supposed to be rescheduled anyways, so that's kind of a bonus. I know that they'll have a bounce back game, at least as an effort standpoint. Of course, the play has to be there, and they have to score. They still have to play the game. So that remains to be seen. But I know that this coming week, practice for them, they're gonna probably go a little bit harder because they're probably not happy with the results. So um, I think it's really cool that the coaches let them, get a lot of shooting time. 'Cause you don't, I mean, honestly, think about it. Even if you go 5 or 4 days a week for practice, um, even I think they do 5 days, but even the 2 hours or 2.5 hours or whatever it is, certainly is not a lot of time for someone to be able to not perfect, but gauge in a little bit more with the free throws and random moves they want to get down, and things they need to work on. Um, that really comes with not being like stuck at home doing it, because you have to be on a court to do a lot of these things the other things is just, working out and everything else. That's uh, you get that, I guess, that conditioning anyways when you're in practice. So, um, but yeah, that's the one cool thing. And I know that next year for like the middle schoolers, the eighth graders that are going into high school, I wish there was a way for them to be able to, I don't want to say like have practice or anything like that, but like uh, somehow get incorporated with the high school before they get there, so they kind of know what to expect, even though they're not practicing. They're just paying attention or watching or whatever the case may be. But uh, some form of fashion get incorporated with it to help them. Because like I don't want to say that it's not hard, because it really is. It's super hard to go from like a middle school mentality to the high school when might not be the same coach, might have different systems, you might be doing different things, you might be you might not have grown in skill from that period of time, and someone might have kind of leapfrogged you, and you might not be on a varsity team, you might be on a JV team, like that stuff can happen. And even if you are a varsity player, that doesn't mean you're like the best, but you're there. Like uh, sometimes you're there just for a sole reason for like defensive stops, or you know when someone needs a quick 3 or 4 minutes, super hardcore, momentum. Like you could throw someone in there like that can do that. Um, that's why sometimes your personnel is just mixed and different. Uh, the cool thing is, some schools have a lot of kids that transition from middle school to high school. Some schools don't have that luxury like our school does. I think there is probably 3, 4, maybe 5 kids that are that maybe play high school. I don't know, but there's not too many of them in our school. Um, yeah, but I didn't get to go this week for shoot around for the middle schoolers. Uh, but this Friday I should be able to be there. I hope. I know I have, quite a few things going on personally, like doctor's appointments and physical therapy and stuff. But all in all, I like being able to have at least a couple of hours set aside for them. Um, I don't know. I might think about, you know, helping next year, even though my kids will be in high school. Um, I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna go. It's pretty tempting to be able to like just go back and kind of do the same thing, and since I'll have kind of a foothold with at least a lot of the players, um, it'd just be super easy to go back at it and hopefully refine a lot of things that we didn't do well, and excel in the things that we did do well in. So but we'll see. I'm not sure yet. Not sure how everything's going to play out in life, but like all things, you start and you finish, and I haven't started yet really in life. I don't think. I think I'm just, even though I'm almost 40, I don't think I've actually gotten to where I would think, I honestly would think for myself personally, to be kind of uh, successful in something that I want to do. Uh, this YouTube stuff is just, a way for me to reach out, and what I do with it is what I do with it. I don't know. That'll come too. So I'll talk to you later. Have a good weekend.